All right, women of God. So I want to introduce to you all one of my favorite clients. All of my clients are my favorite, but she is one of my favorites. Her name is Linita, and she is a phenomenal health coach. She is trained, certified, understands, she gets it. And it's been a pleasure working with her. So I want Linita, tell the women a little bit about what you do, how long you've been doing it, and, just kind of let them know who you are.
Okay, well, I am a certified health and wellness coach, and I specialize in weight loss and detox, food detox, body detox. And I've been doing it full-time now for about a year-ish or more. I worked in corporate full-time job and I've been out of work there for 2 years. And so so 2 years building this up, failing it up, failing it forward.
Love it. Been there. Yeah.
I've been getting the certifications and, buying this and that online, trying to figure it out, make it work, make it happen. And so, but, it's my passion. I know it's what I'm called to do. Mm-hmm. So I keep, moving forward. And, so I help women to lose weight. That's the biggest. I work with women, mainly women that are 300-400 pounds, that it's a matter of life or death that they get the weight off, get off medications and get healthy and change their life. My motto is, I guess it's my brand thing. I don't know what to call it, but I work with women who have lost hope to resurrect their dreams, restore their health, and renew their minds so they can live comfortably and confidently in their own skin. So it's awesome. A whole thing. It's get the weight off, but learn how to do it in partnership with the Holy Spirit and with the Lord, and get healthy and live healthy and vibrant in the body and who we were created to be, in health and abundance and vibrance.
That's so awesome. That's so awesome. And I love the fact that, you do this because, part of it is your own story, right? Part of it is like your own. So would you share just a little bit about, your journey through,
Yeah, well, my journey's quite long and rocky, and but I was 225 pounds back in 2010, and in 2011 and 2012 I lost 70 pounds. Wow. Got super healthy. I did a 3-day backpacking trip across the Sierra Nevada mountains with a 28-pound backpack at 50 years old. That was my 50-year-old goal. I wanted to do something awesome when I turned 50, and I did. I started running half marathons. I got super healthy. And so I understood being sick and overweight and run down and tired. And then I understood being healthy and vibrant. And then sadly, since then, my health has gone through some, the reason I've been out of the full-time work is I've been on disability because I've been sick again, but it's complications to old lifestyle.
Yeah.
So, and it's been ordained. I finally have peace that it has been ordained of the Lord for such a time as this, to learn, and because through what I've been through, I'm able to then learn how to help others get through what they need to. So
that's great. That's a good point.
Yeah.
So one of the things, and I want you guys to catch what she just said, what she had to go through, even if it was just like for a small season, right? It still
seemed like forever.
Yeah, I know, right? But what she endured, what she survived, is now something that she's going to use, right, to help other women who might be in that same season. So I want you guys to hear that. Like, it's not like, once you decide to, get your business started or do something wonderful in the world, that nothing else around it is going to happen. Like, everything is supposed to.
That, yeah.
Right.
You have all these, well, what is it? We can make our plans, but God directs it. And that's just it. Is I had the vision. I knew, and it was a cloudy vision, but I knew that God had something health-wise in store for me to help women. I knew that. it was cloudy, and I didn't know how to define it and to reach towards it. And then as I walked through the journey of being ill again, and that's the name of my business, is Becoming New Again.
Yeah.
And it's like, it's a constant thing of, okay, I became new again, and oh, I'm sick again. Okay, I became new again. So I'm in the season of becoming new again.
Yeah, again.
Again.
Yeah, absolutely. And so
Yeah.
the Lord can absolutely use everything that we've
Yes.
gone through, all of the good, the bad, all of it. He can use it for his glory and for someone else's good, and even for our own good, right, Linita?
Well, and that's just it. What the enemy purposed for evil, God is turning it around and making it something beautifully glorifying to him.
Absolutely, absolutely. So, so tell us a little bit about how did you come across my work? Like, how did you become interested, and what
that
made
was
you say,
just
go ahead?
Miraculous. That was just such a Holy Spirit prompting, honestly, because literally the day before I called you, I had called another, on Facebook, the webinar, come across. I watched it, and it was for spiritual healing people. And I'm like, okay, and made the phone call, and it was just like, so not it's not my wheelhouse at all. And so I was like, yeah, no, okay, not it. And then the very next day, yours came across, and I watched and went, now there you go. She's speaking my language, because it's all about the Lord. And that's what made me, and in watching it, basically I was killing myself trying to figure out how to make this business work. And I know I'm called to do it, but there was just so many loose ends that I didn't know how. I felt like I was constantly juggling things and nothing was falling into place.
Yeah.
So when I watched your webinar, it's like, oh, I got to talk to her. One of the best things I ever did.
Oh, good. Good. And I love that too, because a lot of women, and I've even been there too, trying to, piecemeal all of this stuff together and trying to figure out, just learning on our own, and not really giving ourselves that gift of support. And so it was a one-on-one thing with us, right? We worked together every week. And so how do you feel like your progress was as we were moving through the modules together and discussing? Like, what do you feel like was one of the biggest takeaways for you?
Your mindset modules were huge. And it was interesting because, I was so focused on the business that I was like jamming and diving into the business thing. And you're like, you really need the mindset. I'm like, yeah, okay. And then I got into the mind, because my mindset was all off. I didn't feel I deserved it. I didn't feel good enough. I didn't feel capable. I didn't feel I was able to charge a premium amount. And, I didn't feel I was able to charge my worth, because I didn't feel I was worth enough, And so, and going through the modules, they build upon each other. And the two together with the business and the mindset, it just kind of builds this beautiful, and I was doing it sick. My brain wasn't all there. I was sick. I wasn't functioning fully, but I was still showing up because I was on a mission. I knew this was what I was supposed to do. And so, I gave it 1,000% of, that I had in me to give, to show up and to learn.
And I want you guys to catch that too. It is so important that when you are, setting out to do something, that, especially for a business, that you really have to put forth the effort. Like we said earlier, life is not going to stop happening, right? It's no. Things break down, people act crazy, and stuff blows up, right? Things happen, but you gotta have that grit to keep going no matter what, right?
Well, we all have an enemy who's wanting to derail us and keep us from reaching our place and our purpose.
That's right.
And he was working hard. He was working hard. And, you know, and through a lot of this with the mindset, you know, of learning my authority and my worth and my value as a child, as a daughter of the King, you know, I was able to come to a place where, you know, I have authority over you. You cannot derail what I've been created to do. That's right. You cannot take what I've been given.
That's right, Linita. So before we started the recording, we're talking about some things that the Lord had been revealing to you in terms of like the posture and things like that. So why don't you share a little bit about that with the women? Because I think it really, really help them where they are.
Okay, so, and it's just been in the past couple of weeks. Like I said, I've been really sick and actually getting sicker and sicker and sicker and going to the doctor and trying to figure out what's going on. And I finally saw a nurse practitioner a couple weeks ago, and she started me into physical therapy because I've had 5 abdominal surgeries in the last 3 years.
Wow.
And because of that, I've developed a very guarded, protective posture where I'm rounded forward. And so my basic posture, well, you can't really see it here, but my basic posture has been kind of with my chin forward and kind of rounded forward. And so I've been getting headaches and really bad neck stuff. So I started going to physical therapy, and they started teaching me proper posture, which is actually really painful to practice. But it actually feels really good. And as I'm practicing my posture, and it is literally thousands of times a day of having to practice, you know, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, you know, go through the whole kick, line it all up. The Holy Spirit revealed to me that he's actually realigning, and I'm practicing a new posture in life in general. And that the physical is a representation of the spiritual, my spiritual posture.
Wow.
Yeah. And I was just like, wow. And so he said, you know, take a look at your posture as it is right now. And he said, your head is raised in pride. You are stiff-necked in rebellion. You know, so there's a lot of like Holy Spirit, you know, what he does, but he does it in love. And he said, you're closed off and guarded, and you're full of fear and not letting anything in. And he says, and you're not held in the faith. No, there's, you know, the faith and stuff. And so in physical therapy, the physical posture we're supposed to take in, and the Holy Spirit said, head down in reverence, but raised up in our authority. So the chin is tucked, the head is raised like someone's pulling a string up towards heaven.
Wow.
So raised in our authority, heart open to him and to others.
Wow.
And then gut in, where like belly button pulled in, but tight, like we're girded in with faith and built up in him, his faith holding us all together, and our knees slightly softly bent, ready at a moment's notice to go and do his will.
Come on here. I love it. Oh, I love it.
Like, wow.
Incredible. That is so incredible.
Crazy. Yeah. Crazy.
Wow.
And that was just like last week, you know, in my time with him in the morning, I'm sitting there and I'm like, you know, posture. And I looked up posture and the meaning of posture. And it's not just our bodily stance, but it's our stance in attitude and how we, you know, we have a spiritual posture in the heavenly realm, you know, in the kingdom.
Absolutely.
And so he started breaking that all down, and he's like, you know, this is where you were. This is what you're practicing. You're practicing this posture in life.
I love that. I love that. I love that. Ladies, that is powerful.
Mind-blowing to me.
It is because it's like that posture we don't just carry that in our personal life, but we carry that in our ministry. We carry that in
Yes.
our relationships. We carry that in our business. Like all of those things, like I just believe, right? And I think Linita agreed with me that the Lord wants to permeate all those areas of our life.
Yes.
I want his
Yes.
spirit to control all of that stuff.
Absolutely.
Right?
Yeah. Well, and that's what he's really shown me over the past couple of weeks, because I lived a life of partial surrender.
Yeah. Wow.
And once I got to a place of total surrender,
Mm-hmm.
and you know what? It was my one little part of my business that I was still holding on to, trying to control, because I was afraid of letting it go, that, I won't make any money. It's my only income source. And if I don't control that and hold on to it, then how am I going to pay my bills and type thing. And he's like, really? I've been paying you haven't been working in 2 years. How the bill's been getting paid?
Yeah.
And when I said, you know what, that too,
yeah,
everything changed.
absolutely. That's
Complete,
amazing.
total surrender.
That's amazing. And Lenita, it just sounds like, with everything that you've experienced, even in your health and everything, the Lord has just really been setting you up for, this season of finally reaping all that you've been sowing. And,
Yes.
And so even...
I guess that's kind of scary and fun, but yes. It's like, it happened so fast.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, literally, once I surrendered, it was like a switch flipped, and I was expecting to okay, I'm going to have to learn how to, there's going to be more time. And it was like, nope. In fact, literally last week, I woke up at 3 o'clock in the morning with my mind going on work stuff. And I'm like, oh no, please go back to sleep. And the Holy Spirit said, at 4 o'clock, he finally said, get up and go to work. I'm like, are you kidding? Get up and go to work at 4 o'clock in the morning? And he goes, you have unexpected things coming today. You need stuff to get stuff done. Get up and go to work.
Wow.
And so I did.
Wow.
And so even that, yeah. So yes, it's happening so fast.
Yeah. So that's
blowing my
great.
mind.
That's awesome. So I love how we were talking a little bit about you increase your prices, right?
Yes.
Yes.
I did. And people still are interested. It's surprising. I was like, yeah, nobody's going to be interested.
Right.
Yeah, they are.
And you stopped giving away information for free.
Still working on that one. Still practicing that. Yes. And I'm actually setting myself up, especially over the next couple of weeks, of removing myself from being able to do that. And then it's a discipline. It's a discipline of when someone private messages you, to not answer.
Yep,
Sorry.
yep. Absolutely. Because one of the things that that I teach, right, in the system is that, when we are giving away little bits and pieces of information, it really is not doing much service to people that really need transformation. And clearly the people that you work with, Linita, they really need transformation, right?
Yes.
They don't need little...
And they need to do the whole thing correctly.
Whole thing, that's right. Absolutely. And so then you also got a new client that you just closed over the phone.
Yesterday. Okay. Yes. By practicing what you taught me. It was so exciting.
Yeah. So really it is a system, right? That it teaches you everything from the very beginning all the way up until actually, bringing them on as clients. And so, Linita, I just think that you are a phenomenal woman. I think that all that you have experienced over these last couple of weeks and even beyond, God is really doing something amazing in your life. And I think it's because you are so good at surrendering and so, good at just allowing God to do God.
It took a long time. I'm 56 now, so it took a long time. He's been working at me for a very long time to finally say, okay. But there's such beauty and surrender that I didn't know. Like I said, you don't know that you're not surrendered until you know that you're not surrendered.
Yeah. So what advice would you give a woman, right, who is kind of where you were, back then before we, met and everything.
Right.
Knowing all that you know now, having access to all that you have access to, the training,
Right.
all of that stuff.
Yeah.
What would you
forever,
forever, right?
I can go back and take reminder courses. Yes.
Yes. In fact, I recommend that. Highly, highly recommend that.
Well, in fact, especially since I was sick when I went through it, there's some stuff I have to go back and revisit because I had to literally go, too sick to deal with that today.
Because it is pretty intense, right? It's a lot of learning.
That's just it, But it's kind of like what we just said about my business, working with the women that they're desperate to get the weight off, because I work with it's a very rapid weight loss, 1 pound, a half a pound to a pound a day. Like when I did it, I lost 38 pounds in 40 days and it was life changing. And that's what I need, I do for these women. It's get them off of blood pressure medication stuff, but they have to follow the plan and not just part of the plan, because the women that I work with or that, don't work with me, but, that ask for advice or ask for tidbits of information and they take a little bit and then, I watch them because they're in my groups and they stop losing or they gain it back or, and so, but the ones that I'm able to work with and step by step, hold their hand, give them a laid out program plan they can follow. They're the ones that are succeeding because they're doing it right from beginning to end. And I'm there to help them through the whole thing as seasoned and certified and knowing, been doing it since, 2013.
Yeah. So having that accountability, that mentorship, that stuff really matters.
Yes, it's huge.
Yeah, it is. It is really.
So and so like with the business, that's the same. I guess I was getting around to that part. Yes,
good.
Plan. Having the plan, having someone there who's done it, who knows it, to show you how to do it, instead of watching every webinar on Facebook. Just partner up. Have someone walk you through who's been there, who knows how to do it, and get you through the parts and show you the plan and help you get through the plan to get to where you were supposed to be. To get to the goal.
Yeah, but it's scary though, right? It's scary to make that leap. It's scary to, put yourself out there and to trust people. So what was it, right? I'm always curious to know this. Like, what was it that made you finally say, you know what?
Take the leap with you?
Yeah, just like, I'm ready. I'm in. I'm not playing any games with this. I'm going. What was that?
I was at that point where I had done the webinars. I had, signed up for this and signed up for that and gotten all the freebie downloads, online stuff. It's great. I have files full of stuff, but nobody showed me how to put all that stuff together. And it was, I was desperate. I knew it was my time. I knew that, I knew what my goal was. I knew what I wanted to be doing, but I just didn't know how to connect from A to B to get there. And after talking to you, and you were just like, I've been there, done it. I know the yellow brick road from A to B. Exactly. And I was just like, you are who I've been praying for, because that connected the dots and helped put it all together to where I could get from A to B comfortably. And it was, I had to overcome some fears. To say yes, it was tough, but it was amazing.
And so I think though, the truth is, right, as entrepreneurs, we live in that place. It's always, that stretching, that level of not being comfortable and
faith walk.
Yes, it is absolutely
faith walk.
Look at my shirt.
What's it say? There you go.
Makes things possible. It's absolutely the truth. I mean, that's just where we live as entrepreneurs. You cannot be a successful entrepreneur without learning how to move beyond fear and what's holding you back, because you'll never get there.
And my motto, do it afraid. Do it afraid.
afraid.
Do it
That's
afraid.
right. That's
Yeah.
right.
That's the whole posture. Not,
Yeah.
it's being girded with, with faith, knowing he's got you,
Mhm.
and feeling the feeling of fear, but doing it anyway.
Yeah, yeah. Because now you're on the other side of it, right?
Yeah.
And
My
now
calendar's crazy with calls scheduled. It's like, woohoo!
and now the Lord, is opening things up. And it's not just because of the program, but it's
Right.
because of your surrendering and you just really saying, God,
Yeah.
I don't know what this is supposed to all look like, but I trust you and
Yeah.
I know that you got my back, that you're for
Yeah.
me, you're not against me.
Yes. And that was huge in the mindset modules, is that, well, right here,
You
framed
still
and
gave
everything,
me
ma'am.
no.
Yes. Right. And I stare at it
Oh,
every day, the
wow.
servant's
Oh,
declaration,
that just makes
and
my
telling
heart
me that
just
I
sing.
am an asset to the world and everyone who enters into my space.
That's right. That's
Yep. And
right.
so
Wow.
this changed how I viewed myself.
Wow.
The Holy Spirit showed me of how I am to be viewed in
Amen.
by how he sees me,
Yeah.
how he sees me.
Yeah.
And so, yep, right there,
Oh,
framed and everything.
I think that just made my night. I'm just excited. I thank you for sharing this time with us and pouring into the women who are going to be watching this, because a lot of them are where you were, where I was too, right? Like
Yeah.
not trying to figure it out, knowing there's something more, not being able to do it, but still kind of having that fear, being on that fence of fear and not really going full throttle in their dreams of what God has called them to be. So thank you for sharing that hope with them. I mean,
Yes.
yeah, because you're an incredible lady and I can't wait to talk to you soon. I
I
miss our
know.
mornings together and
I
it's
do
just
too. I do too. And I went through such a season of rest, which was beautiful, where I just rested and I didn't, it was really time with, I locked myself away with the Lord. And
Amen.
now I'm slowly starting to emerge back out, still all the while doing the business stuff, but doing it very much with the Holy Spirit. And
Mhm.
so it's nice to be able to, I've missed you.
I miss you too.
I know, I'm just so blessed, such
I'm telling you
blessing.
guys, I love my clients. My clients are the bomb, and I vet them. I vet them,
And
and
that's just it.
mhm,
Yep.
yep,
That's like my clients. It's, the people that come to me and hire me are the ones that God has. What you told me that in the very beginning is you already have all kinds of clients God's got lined up for you. You just need to be there and get ready for them.
yes. Open the door
Yep.
for them.
There it
Hold that
is.
space and come on in.
Open for business now.
I
Yep.
love it. I love you, Linita. I think you just are incredible. I thank you for sharing this space. Thank you for sharing your story and even some of the revelations that the Lord is giving you,
Yeah.
because it's extremely powerful and it's so time, right, for the
Yes.
women to really rise up and take back, all that the devil has taken
Yes.
from us, and
Yes.
no
Stand in
more
our
victim.
authority.
That's
Yep.
right. We're
Stand
not
in the authority that
victims.
we've been given.
Right.
Christ died
Yep.
for us to stand
Yep.
and stand against the enemy and
Yep.
what he's doing in our families and in our homes and with the people that we
Mhm.
love and the people we don't even know.
That's right.
Yes, it's
That's
time to
right.
take back ground.
That's
Take
right.
back ground.
She said it. That's right. Take back that ground. So
Yep.
ladies, this is no gimmick. Like, this is who we
No,
are. This is what we do.
this is real life.
I love you, Linita, and I
I
can't
love
wait.
you
Be in
too.
touch with me. Let me know how
Yes.
I can serve you further, because you're just incredible.
Well, things are falling into place over the next couple of weeks. Everything's kind of so once we'll get together and I'll kind of lay everything out and show you what I've done, what the Lord's done, what He's built.
Great, 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 great. I am here for you. Keep
Thank you.
going strong. Get out there and serve those people. Blow their minds, and God blow Lenita's mind. Just
No, He already is. I don't know if I can contain much more right now.
blow it, blow it, blow your mind. All right, Linita, I'll let you go. Thank you so much for your words and your.
You're welcome. I miss you. I will be in touch. I love you so much.
All right, I love you too, Linita. I'll talk to you later.
All right.
All right,
Bye.
bye bye. You're so incredible.